Yo, this is Firstborn, another Dark Christ memoir. If you're paying attention to the news, you'll realize that every day they're talking about the financial crisis. That's pumped on every station, every network. But I think sometimes we forget that there's still an AIDS epidemic crisis. There's still a domestic abuse crisis. There's an overall general relationship crisis in the earth. And I think, to be real, financial crisis is the result of relationship crisis, because they say the banks are falling apart, the money system are falling apart because the banks, the institutions, and the people in them can no longer trust each other and what each other is worth. I say all that to say, man, that what we're dealing with is the issue of a love crisis, man. There is a poverty of love that is coming up all around the world, man. Everywhere you go, you see massive rape of women is continuing. In South Carolina, domestic abuse and murder, we're like in the top 5 in the nation. We are also one of the highest, have the highest HIV and AIDS infection growth rates in the nation. And all that is because, what? It just basically shows what we are. We don't know how to love anymore. And the only love we do know, when you can't connect to who people really are, is physical love, sexual expression. That's what you see a lot of going on right now. A lot of people, they don't know how to connect to who each other really are, so they only can connect to the appearance of who each other are. And if you only can connect on the physical, I promise you, you cannot respect each other. Speaking of black love, man, a professor of mine always used to say, black people love hard. We love passionately, but we don't love deep. And I think that's true of U.S. population and the earth in general, man. We love hard and we love passionately, but we never really get to who really we are, who each other is, really deep down. And I just relate all that, man, to the AIDS epidemic, man, to domestic abuse. When you can't connect to who the person really is, if you can't really see who they are more than their clothes, their appearances, what they can do for you sexually or economically, then you're going to have economic crises. You're going to have HIV and AIDS crisis, STD crisis. You're going to have abuse, emotional and physical and sexual. So this is another Dark Christ memoir saying that, I think it's all happening so that we can start to search for deeper alternatives, man. We got to learn what love is. What did the Creator intend for us, man? Because He intended for us to live a life full of love and connection and intimacy amongst one another, man, where we could really live and really develop who we are and use that in creativity and creating a better community and human world, so to speak. So this is another Dark Christ memoir. We got to learn to love deep, not just hard and passionately and physically and materially, but deep down, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Raise your consciousness up. Peace.